Hey everybody, you ever have a project that gets the brakes put on and stopped just as quick as it gets started? Well, follow along and I'm going to show you what happened to our little 302 here. Well, if you've been following along to the channel, you know that we got this second little 302 project going on here. You know, as the other one's drawing to a close there on the run stand. So this weekend, I had some good time to get started on the project. So stripped down the block, I got all the pistons out, cranks out, everything's apart. Started cleaning things and getting it all ready to go. Stripping the block down, I had it on the stand here. Knocked all the core plugs out of the side. They call them freeze plugs or whatever you call it. Wondered why the core plugs were new. The rest of the cooling jackets didn't look like they were too rusty. Had new freeze plugs that I knocked out, and all they did was paint over them. But I got the core plugs out on the front side of the motor. They're just tap in, and started working on the ones on the back side of the block here. These can be a bear, but a lot of times you just get a lot of heat with a propane torch. Sit there for almost a couple of minutes per bolt, getting it good and hot. I got this one out. Was working on this one because all the heat that it was sharing between the two. And you got a couple minutes to kill, between bolt holes and things like that, and eyes are wandering, and I know you're seeing this right here, but what I saw, it's cleaned off now, but right in here, I was like, ooh, that looks like a crack. So let me get a couple stills here from my phone, get zoomed in a little bit better than this GoPro can, but I was looking over it. I had a scribe, and I was scratching at it, making sure it wasn't just like a step or a ridge in the casting or anything, like an edge like that was. I was looking around to see if there's anything similar, because this is the top of the back side of the cooling jacket. Get out of the light here. Got the water in here, and this is the bottom side of the block. And I was like, oh, I hope nobody let this thing freeze. And then, so what I did, I cleaned off with a wire wheel, got in there, scrutinized it some more, and then I took a grinder and I ground down the high ledge to match the low ledge, because if it's a casting, the parting line would disappear and it would just look like all standard gray cast iron. As I ground it down, the crack stayed behind, the line stayed behind, and I was still wondering how I can finally determine if this is a crack that goes all the way through. I was spraying carburetor cleaner on it to see if it came out on the inside, because you can notice a little line on the inside of the block as well. And then the definitive thing I had to do was I busted out my old Magnaflux yoke. So I bought this years ago off eBay. You just keep your eyes peeled. They pop up every now and then. I think I paid $120 shipped for this thing. And I think it was a great deal. This thing is probably almost as old as I am. It came with 2 tins of the original powder still. So this thing was hardly used. So like all the rubber around it looks brand new. The cord is like a mile long. I got it plugged in over there because I'm in the UK. I got a transformer in the corner running for 110 volt power here in England. But yeah, I bought some newer powder because I used up the old stuff. It had white and red. Red isn't that great because it doesn't show up well on cast iron, but that's all you got. I mean, it's some in there. Oh, and you got this little bulb that you fill up, and then as you bring the yoke over, let me reset you up here. So as you take the magnetic yoke and you stick it across the cast iron crack, so let me bring you out just a little bit more. So you push the button. I don't know if you can hear the hum. So it's putting a magnetic field through the block or through the cast iron. So anywhere there is a crack, this magnetic dust will get attracted to the crack and stand proud. So let me see if I can catch this on camera, and I probably won't show up very well, but let me see what I can do here. All right, let's see what happens. You can see the magnetic line around the yoke, but then all this iron dust got sucked right into the crack. You see how it goes right into the crack. So, yep, this one's done. So just as quick as a project can get started, it can get stopped in a hurry, because there's almost nothing you can do for a cracked block, especially on the cooling jacket. I've seen people repair blocks that have gotten like an ear snapped off or something like that, or like around a bolt hole fixed, but I've never seen them go into a cooling jacket and have a cost-effective repair. I've seen guys repair like really expensive old vintage stuff that, you know, you braze it together and you try what you can because you just can't replace it. A regular 302 block in the States, man, you $200, you get $300 to find one and you're back in business and you get going. But here in the UK, yeah, you're talking about $1,000 or £1,000 almost to find somebody else that's willing to sell at least another short block that you can start with. It's almost worth it, but you can't find anybody to weld anything cast iron here. And so this block and this project is kind of done. So glad we didn't buy any parts yet for it. Glad we didn't take it to the machine shop and didn't catch, you know, didn't get caught late in the project. So that's like one of the scary things, you know, you always got to worry about. But yeah, just wanted to kind of show you guys, keep your eyes peeled if you get about a project started. You don't always have to have, you know, super fancy crack testing equipment. I mean, your machine shop can do this. You should pay them to do a crack test or pressure test before any machine work gets, you know, underway. It's you got to pay a little bit up front is insurance. So then you get to the end of the project and you find a crack, you just wasted all your money, and you know, machine shop's not going to reimburse you unless you paid for crack testing or something and then found it later. But yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, guys. So contacted the owner about his engine this weekend. Yeah. Contacted him Saturday. It's, you know, Tuesday night now. Haven't heard anything back. So I don't know if he just, you know, he's gutted if what he's going to do. But I know we had a little bit riding on this engine project. But we'll see if he comes up with a plan B here soon. But I don't know. I guess I got to get rid of an engine block now. So anyway, thanks for sticking around, and talk to you guys again in another video.